nakakawala ng gana sa mga taong susumikap. Prayer is the best weapon sa mga taong may pangarap. Pero I just want to cheer you up. Gusto ko na magsikap kayo. Kasi wala nang sasarap kapag yung pagsisikap is magbuka. Masarap yun. Tayo yung author ng sarili ng story. Tayo yung gagawa. Bilang chapter. Kailan ito natapos? Ano yung plot? Ano yung magiging ending? So, nakasalalay pa rin sa atin lahat kung ano yung magiging ending ng story natin. So, siguro yung mga advice ko lang sa inyo is to become a good author so that your story will become an inspiration to other people. I am an author of my own story and I want to make it as beautiful as I can. At gusto ko na yun din yung gawin. Maybe this is a bad news, pero sinasabi ko sa inyo na once na na-reach na yung pinakamahirap na situation sa buhay nyo, napakasarap sa pakiramdam. So ayun, Lions, I just want to end this vlog with this quotation.
You will be successful Sunday. Trust your intuition.
Basahin niya,
Trust the process. Trust
be
yourself.
an inspiration to others, and soar high. Once again, this is the Humor by you. Thank you for watching. Hi Lions! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry if hindi ako energetic ngayon. Sorry if medyo pangit yung pag-tweet ko sila. Meron kasi akong bad news. Hindi ko alam kung paano ito sasabihin sa inyo. Maybe, meron iilan sa inyo na alam na yung bad news na to. Hindi ito tungkol sa akin. This is a serious matter. So yung bagong requirement is to have 10,000 subscribers
10,000!
and 5,000 public watch hours.
Hirap.
Kailangan mong makagain ng 10,000 subscribers and 5,000 public watch hours within 1 year. Hirap to. Nakakawala ng gana. Sarap isipin. Pero, ganun pa rin. Hindi na ang gusto ko sabihin sa inyo, story will become an inspiration. Maybe this is so ayun Lion. Basahin niyo yan. Be an inspiration to others and soar high. Hi Lion. Ang channel mo is to have 10,000 views in total. At nabago yon noong 2018 yata. Nagbago siya 2018, 2019. Yung requirements para ma-monetize yung channel mo is to have
The A thing. Then next.
That is a level of fame that only a tiny fraction of people will ever achieve. The truth is, even having it happen just that one time is probably something the vast majority of content creators will never experience. My wife teaches music at an elementary school, and the teachers will often put out a board where students can write down what they want to be when they grow up. Maybe you can guess what the most popular answer is. Of course, it's not totally clear if all these kids want to be famous or what type of content they dream of creating. I realize how soul crushing it is. I'm almost 35. Now, it's probably worth distinguishing between a quote-unquote famous YouTuber and a successful YouTuber. It's difficult to know how many people actually make a living off of YouTube, but I think any channel that has over 100,000 subscribers has a decent shot of scraping together some kind of livable income. According to various estimates, there is somewhere in the vicinity of 300,000 channels that have hit that mark and are still shining. I think many of them probably have had some small taste of fame with that many followers, but safe to say most of them aren't making millions upon millions of dollars or getting invited to the Met Gala or whatever it is real celebrities do. I still can't help but think, why not get 1 million views? Why not get 2 million views? Why not permanently alter the trajectory of my channel and by extension the trajectory of my life and career? In some ways it can be useful to have a mindset like this as a creative person. Not philosophy sprinkled in, you'll ultimately have less competition and a greater chance of rising above the rest. It's common for creators to start off making a fairly wide variety of videos.
Okay.
But I still frequently question while that is a topic that can sustain a channel focused on it. There's plenty of very successful channels which do make essays on a fairly wide variety of topics, and the bigger your channel becomes, the more you can count on at least a certain baseline of views, even for topics that are less algorithm friendly, at least in theory. Over time, the YouTube algorithm has evolved to place less and less emphasis on subscriptions. Simply want to know that there are actual fans of our work out there who will keep coming back and watching each new video we create. It helps if you turn on notifications, just FYI. There are a lot of different paths to success on YouTube, but none of them, unless you happen to get extremely lucky, are easy. And certainly the most narrow and potentially difficult of these paths is the one that eventually leads you to become some sort of internet celebrity. I've always wanted to be an artist of some kind. When I was a kid, I dreamed of being a game designer, and I imagined what it would be like to create video games that were on par with the greatest games of all time. In my 20s, I was in a band, and I naturally imagined what it would be like to hit it big in music. Professionally, I'm a graphic designer, but to be honest, that barely feels like art anymore because I'm just so tired of creating
Banned.
work for clients.
It was 20 years ago.
My
Banned.
The consequence of millions upon millions of people watching your videos is that you get just a little bit famous. Well, that's fine. And if a further consequence of that little bit of fame is that you start to make millions and millions of dollars, well, that's also fine. So please, no shitty platitudes about making art for art's sake or being in it solely for the love of the craft. Maybe some people genuinely do feel that way, but still, you've imagined be wildly successful. What's up? Where I can feel one valley, but I rarely go. Anyway, I hope to see you.
2024 has landed, and you've decided that this is the year that you're going to do it. This is the year that you're going to become a YouTuber and start that YouTube channel you've been putting off for so long.
Yes, I'm
you're going
to
to get
make a
millions
YouTube
of
channel.
views, and you're going to be able to quit your job and live the life of your dreams. And then you hear that whisper in your ear, that little voice saying you are I'm here to tell you that YouTube channel has a huge amount of 23, especially with the rise of AI, some of it good and some of it bad. So there are important questions that you need to ask yourself before you jump into the YouTube pool with both feet. And it can be the difference between becoming a successful YouTuber and launching a channel that gets monetized really quickly, or just becoming another wannabe YouTuber that bites the dust in the early parts of 2024. Here are the 10 questions I would ask you right now if you and me were sitting across from one another. The first is, why are you doing this? Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? It can be a massively rewarding process, and you can make some serious money if it works out. But it's also a huge pain in the ass with a really lengthy learning curve, so getting clear on your why will help you understand if YouTube is right for you. Your why could be, I just want to get some of that sweet YouTube cash and build faceless YouTube channels for profit. Or you may have a product or brand that you want to promote, and you read that YouTube was a great source of free traffic. Or maybe you're a shy person who wants to create a YouTube channel as a form of therapy. The point is, there are no wrong or right answers here, other than perhaps because other people are doing it. That's not really a good reason. The people that stick it out on YouTube normally have a strong reason or goal that they're going to be working towards. Question number 2 is, what format will you choose? A faceless, branded, or hybrid channel? Faceless channels are obviously where you're not on camera, and you may use an AI voice, meaning that you just work on the background or even outsource all of the work completely. This is great for those who don't want to be on camera or don't want to spend lots of money on camera equipment, or for those who are looking to scale channels quickly with a team. The next option is branded channels, where you are the face of the channel and you're inside all of the videos. This is perfect for those goals that you have for your channel. Question 3 is, are you a creative person? Over time, I've learned that this is an important question to ask if you want to be successful on YouTube, though probably not in the way that you expect. You see, if you're a creative individual and plan to, say, build faceless channels for profit, then you may struggle. You will most likely be too attached or invested in the content and channels. Creatives tend to feel the failure of a video more deeply. They also want to create beautiful things that they can be proud of and that other people will love. But this often leads to perfectionism, and perfectionism breeds poverty. There's a reason why many artists are, after all, poor. In my experience, those coming from managerial jobs or used to managing projects into well after but they also don't create anything. YouTube is just focusing on one job. Focus on building something that you enjoy relatively private area. Of course, yes, to have a plan for monetization. The fastest way to kill any artistic passion. Question 4 is, have you niched down? We have a saying when it comes to YouTube: the riches are in the niches. And if you want to grow quickly on YouTube, then you need to niche down. And anybody that says otherwise is either an idiot or hasn't started enough channels. You want to build an audience quickly and have them binge watch every video you upload. If each video isn't for the same person, then that just won't happen. You'll confuse your audience and they'll just leave. Think about Netflix here. When you binge watch a series in a row, you know that each video coming one after the other is for you. So if you were watching Squid Games and the next episode in the series was Gordon Ramsay presenting Kitchen Nightmares, then you'd probably stop and go, that's not right, that's not for me, and leave to find something else. So niche down. Following a proven growth strategy. There's an AI algorithm that wants to match content to viewers.
Hard.
It actually wants you to grow, and no, it doesn't hate small YouTubers. In fact, quite the opposite. If you win, then they win. It's just that bigger channels are better at helping YouTube make that match between viewer and content. As a small channel, you need to do the same. Every view on your channel is crucial in the beginning, as YouTube collects data and tries to understand your target audience and the right audience for your content. Following the right strategy is the difference between slow or zero growth and your channel absolutely exploding. If you would like to learn more about the strategy that I use and recommend, then I'll put links in the video description to where you can get full step-by-step training. Question 6 is, can you commit to an upload schedule and stick to it long term? YouTube rewards channels that upload regularly. They've literally stated this on countless occasions. It's why you often see larger channels with low view to subscriber levels. Normally it's because they've stopped uploading for a while or have dropped down to, say, 1 video per month. You can only get away with this for so long unless your content is absolutely amazing and very documentary. one, then just do one and build out a 6-week buffer. That way you can take a week or even a month off without any issue. And you can also spend the extra time trying to improve your videos and adding additional revenue streams. Question 7 is, are you committed to getting better? You've probably heard YouTubers like myself waffling on about getting 1% better with each video. But if you want to get more views with each and every video you upload, then you need to be continuously improving. Take this channel, it hasn't gotten past 100,000 monthly views yet, and although some of that is due to me not posting enough content, a lot of it is due to quality stagnation. I've not been trying to look at what I can do to improve videos and increase my retention rates. I need to spend more time looking at what worked and what didn't. You want to be making small improvements on scripts, editing, sound, lighting, titles, thumbnails. You just better with Question 8, are you planning to go to the channel for the full video. External links and shorts, and it's just designed to keep you scrolling non-stop. It's basically YouTube's version of TikTok, and nobody makes that much money on TikTok compared to YouTube anyways. It's more about exposure. Someone that has used Shorts well as part of a larger marketing plan is Alex Hormozi, whose goal is brand awareness rather than trying to necessarily sell anything. Though I would still say that it came at the cost of views on his longer form content. So unless you solely want a Shorts channel, then definitely use with caution. Question 9 is, who do you serve and what do they want? We often think about creating content around what the algorithm wants, totally forgetting that the algorithm is basically people. Those views on the other end are real people. People who have taken time out of their day, which is pretty awesome and a little bit perfect and are you doing this better or as well as the competition? If not, then you need to find new ways to compete or to at least stand apart. That could be positioning yourself as someone learning or on the hero's journey rather than just being another expert, or by creating a new sub-niche. Never just copy others unless competition is low and demand is extremely high for more of the same content. Everybody's journey on YouTube is completely different. You need to create your own style and find something that makes you stand apart from other channels. With that said, if you would like full step-by-step training on building profitable YouTube channels in 2024, then check out the links in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Kayo po ba ay naghahanap ng extra income gamit ninyong cellphone, laptop, at Wi-Fi? Okay, the next one.
If I said to you, full-time YouTuber, you're possibly going to create an online brand
sitting right here doing exactly what you're doing right now, learning about YouTube and content creation. I also watched a lot of YouTube success stories, but unfortunately, I'm a creator. Before YouTube, I went through a lot of jobs, and occasionally I would tour as a musician. And no, not the money-making kind. I was that guy that followed his dreams until it was kind of sad. While others were having careers and families, I was busy writing songs and delivering pizza because I just wasn't excited about anything else. I did eventually get my real estate license because I thought that's the kind of thing adults do. But I never did anything with it. Through creating things for the band and the occasional freelance job, I knew a little bit about video editing, but nothing somebody couldn't learn in an hour or two. And then one day, I started messing around with 3D modeling, and for the first time in years, just to learn how to make a donut, I opened up YouTube. And that's when this all began. My point in saying all this is no matter what led you here, no matter your age, your skill level, your experience, maybe even your lack of direction, it's never too late to start. I had that feeling for a long time, and it almost stopped me before I began. But it didn't. And now here I am in a vidIQ video. So now let's talk about how that happened. The first thing I did was something I enjoyed. I was 3D modeling like crazy, I started animating, and then I created accounts to share my work. Talk, and that's when I decided to make my first YouTube channel. At this point, I got obsessed with learning everything I could about YouTube, but regardless of however much I learned, I still wouldn't hit upload for a really long time. I put so much effort into making that first video perfect, but always worked before I felt like it was good. Then, when I finally did it, wow.
Texting conversation.
I interviewed a pretty popular YouTuber, which I'll explain how that happened here in a little bit. I tried so many different kinds of videos just in hopes that I would get more views. I had a little bit of engagement here and there, but I just wasn't confident that I was on the right track. All the advice in the world told me different, or my channel needs some different advice. So every stream I watched, I submitted my channel, but because of the amount of submissions, the odds were never in my favor. But then, this one night, and I remember this vividly, the stream was ending, my submission lost amongst hundreds of others once again, and as I sat there, resentment building for that freaking claw, the stream ended with an ad for vidIQ Max. This was the first time I saw it. It was a community of creators with access to vidIQ coaches and special perks. In my head, if I wanted to continue doing it on my own and learn from experience. Did I know enough advice? By now, probably. But I knew I needed an outside perspective because I was way too close to it. And I didn't trust that This guy looks familiar.
Wow, that's just fantastic editing. That was a brilliant channel, really well edited. It's funny actually because I'm seeing Mocknix in the Discord channel now, actually chatting to Travis.
So they liked the channel, but they loved the editing. And as soon as they finished my review, Travis from vidIQ sent me a message. He said, "Hey, how long did this take you? I'm starting a new channel. I'd like to see if we're a good fit if you have time to edit this stuff." And I was like, absolutely. Now, I'd never really considered myself a video editor, but I definitely wasn't going to turn down an opportunity from somebody that I'd been getting advice from this whole time. So we emailed back and forth, he sent me the footage, and I started editing. At the time, all I knew about editing was what I a bunch of but I like 16 hours a day for 6 days straight just making the best possible video I could. And when we finally had our video call, he loved it, and that was the first video that went on his channel. After we're upset on the stream, Travis' excitement, and about my ex. That was the video I had all these new tools.
Comes from the epidemic library.
Well, yeah, I was just about to say.
Well, that's jolly good of you, sir, because you'll never have to worry about any copyright claims on this tip-top video. Oh, do make sure to mention to all of these lovely people
But I'll come back to that near the end because it's a pretty good segue to the end screen. So I kept editing for Travis while I maintained a day job, but it was pretty obvious that the job was getting in the way and I couldn't just quit, so we kind of wrestled with that balance for a while. Until one day, I was on vacation to visit my family. I had just come off a 14-hour flight, and when my phone finally started getting service, I got a ton of notifications. One of those notifications was Travis and resume. Resume together in a long time. Job opening for a thumbnail designer, and there was a lot of competition. I had 2 interviews, then I had an interview with Dan, then I had an interview with Rob, and then I received an email with 3 prompts to mock up some demo thumbnails. I was so excited I submitted 3 because it was the hiring process, so I had to vacation ever. I got back home, put in my 2 weeks notice, and then I started getting everything set up for vidIQ. At this point, YouTube was my job. With my channel, editing for Travis, and now creating for vidIQ, it took me 1 year to go from beginner to full-time creator, and honestly, I still can't believe it. But the details of my journey don't really matter. As cliche as it sounds, what really matters is the lessons I learned along the way. And I can tell you it takes patience and practice and persistence and passion, and I would name it the 4 P's of YouTube success. But I'm not gonna, because you know all that stuff, and you've heard all that stuff. But like I said before, I'm still a beginner, and that mindset, it's fresh. So I do want to take this opportunity to say a few things that I wish I had heard a year ago. Number 1, just start. There were so many times I heard, just get out there and start uploading. And in my head, I'm like, well, that doesn't really apply to me because I got this plan and my reasons were reasonable. I was going to take all this YouTube advice, put it into one video, and I was going to start strong. Unfortunately, all the stuff that I did to that video that made it perfect, in my opinion, it went unnoticed, and it was unnecessary. In reality, it would have been better for me to try something, upload, try something, upload, try something, upload, etc. Because I ended up having to do that anyway. You can learn everything there is to know, but without trial and error, you'll never know what works for you. And I had to learn that lesson the hard way. Number 2, it takes a village. It's one thing to participate in the community, it's another to contribute. Let's burn this mother down! And this doesn't only apply to the situation with vidIQ Max and what happened there. That interview with a big YouTuber that I did back when I was a cartoon, he now has almost 2 million subscribers.